Hi, Flosstube.
I'm Nancy.
And I'm Laura.
And we are
the Addicted Sisters. This is a little picture of us from 1965. And we're backwards in the picture from how we're sitting here with you. But this is one that Mom took of us, me in my little rumply dress. And
need to pull it down.
yeah, something needed to happen.
Aren't we the cutest girls?
What happened? We were both little blonde girls.
Yeah.
And Mom liked it so much that she colored our hair when we started turning brunette. So
for a long time.
Yeah, I think
long time.
I was blonde clear up until 4th grade is when I rebelled and decided I was done with that.
It's craziness.
So it's been kind of a crazy week, and I'll talk more about that as we get into it. But we've I've not done hardly anything with anything this week. I watched one new to me Flosstuber who is the backward stitcher. That's Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. And we got to meet Sarah on March 31st when we had our first get together of the Kansas City area stitchers. And
Sarah and her sister Rose.
Yes, and it was wonderful. And we did have quite a few ladies there, and we even had somebody wander in who knew other people who were there, but she hadn't come to meet up with us.
It was funny because we kept walking up going, "Oh, are you here to meet the Addicted Sisters?"
And she's like, "No, but it's kind of exciting. What is Flosstube?" Yeah. So, and she might be watching by now because we kind of got her interested in it. But Nancy watched several people.
I did. I watched Yanni Stitcher, and she's from Mexico.
Oh, okay.
So it was really fun. I loved her 3 Things sampler by, how do you say this, Moira
Blackburn.
It was absolutely gorgeous.
Ooh, I'm going to have to see that.
And then she did a scarab piece that really, really caught me. And she did some changes on it, and it was just really, really pretty. I mean, you don't think of scarabs as being pretty things, but I liked that. And then she showed us how to do gazpacho and a fruit bowl.
Ooh.
And it was yummy looking.
Mexican food is one of our favorites, so...
I can't do it hot.
No, I'm wimpy.
But I love it. And then I watched Adelaide Cottage, and that was so sweet. She said that she knew that she would name this Adelaide Cottage because of her grandma.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Because that's the street they grew up on.
Nancy's getting choked up.
But she had a lot of cute designs that she worked on. She's out of Buffalo, New York. And she's a very crafty lady, so you need to watch her.
Cool.
Jeannie Swartz, I wanted to give you a shout out. You're another Missouri girl.
Ooh, did she say where?
I think she did not, but I got the hint that she was in this area.
Oh.
Because her sister is in Overland Park and one over in Olathe.
Oh, okay.
And they drive about 2 hours or so to get to picture this place.
Oh, yes.
So she's got to be close. So, she was new in March this year. She had a lot of cute finishes. She did a little house. The little house design, needleworks. She did a lot of those. And she had lots and lots of new starts.
Nancy wrote lots in all caps.
Like,
there must be several.
Wow. And then I watched the Purple Stitcher. She was very interesting. I liked her.
That sounds like it would be somebody I would like.
Yeah, she does.
Favorite color.
Yes. And she had a large variety of designers that she used, which was really fun. Because I know she did like a big Mickey Mouse piece, just tons of different things. So it was really fun. And of course, I watched the Backward Stitcher too. And she showed us all of her whips.
Yes.
Great.
Okay, and somebody last week, wasn't it last week that somebody asked us about the Dimensions kits?
Yes.
And what we thought about them. if you want to see a variety of dimensions kits using all different types of fabrics, go and watch Sarah, because she has, I think she started with dimensions kits.
She did, because she didn't have a local LNS.
Yeah.
So,
So
Hobby Lobby and Walmart were her best choice.
So she has some on Ada, and then like she shows you a whole gold collection dimensions kit, so you can see all of the different supplies and things that are in these kits, and how she stitches. Like there's one that she's doing. I'm only on video 3, and she's like halfway.
I'm on 6.
She's halfway across fully with it, and
it has a little bit over here.
But it's interesting. She has, it's like filling in the background. She hasn't done the filling in the background yet on the other half.
It almost seems like she likes to do
One
some
color
to
at a
get it
time?
out, to see about how wide it's going to be.
I get that.
And then she goes back and starts filling in real well. And she's got one piece that she is actually back stitching as she goes.
Oh, okay.
And she said, well, it's okay on this piece, but I couldn't do it on my dimensions because there's too much stitching.
She does a lot of florals, and oh my gosh,
those
are they
gorgeous.
beautiful.
I wanted to mention that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I stole
That's
that.
okay.
Huh?
That's okay. But then she gave us shout outs, and that was so sweet. Thank you so much. And I wanted to mention her book of DMC, which, wow. I mean, DMC is a very affordable floss that we all have and love. She has a book that's about this. The spine is this wide.
Wow.
And it's like this. She got it at, I think, a garage sale or something, estate sale. And it's just filled with DMC. They've got them all bobbinated. And there's about, I would say 12 to 15 per page.
Wow.
And it's thick. It's thick. And then needle minders. She's made some really cute needle minders.
Oh, I haven't gotten to see that yet. I'm excited.
Fun. So those are the ones that I watched this week.
And then you also did...
Oh, I did do Flissy Fish. She was so fun. Oh, I commented on her channel, but her big finish...
See, I haven't gotten to see it yet.
Gosh. Jamie
I saw it on Instagram.
Oh, Jamie and I sat there and were just astounded
at the sheer size of it.
And it's so, her eyes sparkle, and her lips, they gloss, and oh my God, beautiful work, beautiful.
I really enjoyed it. It's so funny because I remember when I looked at it, it's almost as big as she is.
She stands up and she's holding it, so yeah.
That is one lucky little niece that she has, because she is going to get a real treasure.
Oh my gosh. That's beautiful.
She's funny to me. I enjoy her.
I loved watching her.
And she's got such a juxtaposition of things, because she is a maths teacher, and that is such a very serious thing to me, and then she does all these, she loves Disney. That's the back and forth, the yin and yang. So then we're up to our questions. Okay, questions and comments. We have lots of things. A lot of you commented on the lovely, colorful Texas language.
Yes.
And Betty Euland,
didn't even know.
We are not repeating your phrase. But oh my gosh, I just about fell off my chair laughing when I read your comments.
Me too. Me too. I was like, what?
And if the rest of you want to know what we're talking about, go back to video 12 and read our comments. Oh, by the way, this is Flosstube number 13, and today is April 28th, 2018, because we forgot to say that. That's okay.
Oh, well.
Now, let's start off here with something a little more serious.
Okay.
So, Nancy and I were at lunch last week, and I got a message. And it was from Vicki Hibbs, and she said, I thought I heard you draw my name, and then you redrew for somebody else. Well, I don't know what's up with my Facebook Messenger, but it is getting rid of messages. And I think that happened with somebody else. I had already gotten an address for one of our people, and then it was just gone. But so we got to have a little lovely chat with Vicki while we were at lunch. Hi, Vicki.
Which made it really fun. Hi, Vicki.
And so we're going to make it right because she originally won the flapper fabric and the floss and the little pendant with it. And we redrew, and I mailed that off to someone else. So,
which I hope you got and are enjoying.
Yes. And so we asked Vicki if we could make it right with her. And we have found some fabric and some floss and another little surprise in there. And we will be sending that out to her. So once again, you know that we are human and, and things happen. And Vicki was so sweet.
Thank you for that too.
I could look at her comment, but she wrote something sweet like, "Oh, it's kind of a bonus. Now I get to talk to you live."
Yeah.
So it was really, really sweet. And Vicki, thank you so much for being so gracious, because that is frustrating.
Yeah.
So
I know when you order, even when you order and you think it should be there and it's not coming and it's not coming. So sorry.
Yeah. So we looked through things today and we put your little package together, and we will get it in the mail and mailed out to you this coming week.
Yeah.
And you all should also know that we are slow. We do our best to get things out, but we are slow.
Yeah.
So we will get them out to you. Our stitchy kindness is flying out into the world.
Yeah, and give us about 2 weeks at the most, and we should have them out to you by then.
I think so. And if you don't hear back from us on your post, let us know.
Yes.
And you know what? If you don't get your package after a week, maybe you should just poke us again and say, "Hey, is it still coming?" And that's okay. You will not offend us.
No.
It'll be much easier.
Yeah.
Then I have, I'm going to skip that one for now. Susie Rubio. Okay, Susie's message was in Spanish, and we each typed it in, and we each got 2 different translations.
Yeah.
So we think what Susie wants to know is what fabric I use for the cross-eyed cricket No Greater Love that Betty Euland had commented that she had done a couple of times.
Yeah.
And the fabric I used was what it called for, which is R&R Reproductions 30 count Morning Fog. And that fabric comes out different dye lot to dye lot. Mine is very, very blue. You remember mine had a lot of darker blue.
Yeah, I do.
I remember when I got it, I was not convinced that it was the fabric that was shown on the pattern. And yet I love mine.
It does look a little grayer or something, doesn't it?
A much lighter than mine looks. So, but Susie, if that's not what you were trying to ask us, try again, and we will do our best to get it translated properly. But I think that's what she wanted to know.
I could always take it to work and have Lolly translate it.
There you go.
Because she's Hispanic. She probably know. She does read.
Oh, we can do that. Jeanette Fulling wanted to know, where do we find the designers? She said where do you find all those designers I haven't heard of? I think is what it says. Where do you girls find designers I have never heard of? They're so beautiful. Is there a site I can visit? Your choice in charts is so me. Okay, so I've been stitching. The old mill was open for 30 years.
Yeah.
And it closed a couple of years ago. And it was open for like 32 years, I think. And I had collected patterns there the entire time they were open.
Wow, yeah.
They were in every room in the mill except for where the restaurant was. But they had been in every space. I mean, even upstairs where they eventually just made it an apartment. So I've been collecting
about 5 or 6 different rooms, right?
Yeah. They were downstairs, they were upstairs. I mean, they were everywhere. But I've collected patterns for a long, long time. And I don't know, Jeanette, if you have a local needlework shop, but the ones that we go to most often have a huge variety of charts.
Yeah, they do have a really nice variety, and that's what makes it easy for us, because you don't have to go out and figure out who's the new designer, what do they have, or what are the new designs that are out, because the shop has it for us.
And the other thing is that they have the older ones, and I think that's
what a lot of we're stitching.
And you all comment about the ones that we stitch that are older ones, and I think that I'm hoping that they're all still available. And if they're not,
an issue.
Yeah. And we are kind of rehoming our charts as we finish with them. Yeah. So hopefully at least one will get out there. Speaking of that, I got a lovely message back from Teresa, Kitten Stitcher of Shakespeare's Peddler. And she told me that Magic Garden, which is the chart that we're drawing for today at the end of the video, was actually inspired by Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. I thought that was really cool. Interesting.
And I can see it.
Yes, I thought, I don't know if it was written on there, and I never read that.
Yeah,
I probably would have to go back and just really check it out. But that chart, when she wrote that to me, I asked her, is that chart still available? And she said, absolutely. Hoffman Distributing and Yarn Tree absolutely are carrying it. And if you want a place to order it, I think you all know Jen's Stitching Niche on Etsy. And I believe she does Flosstube too. I
think maybe she does.
I haven't gotten to watch her. But anyway, she is Teresa's friend. And she absolutely carries it and will get it out to you.
And if you want, you can go back to our last video, number 12, and Teresa put the link there, so you can pick the link up and go right to it.
And maybe if we can figure that out, we'll link it on this video too.
Yeah, it's there.
So
in our messages.
And then Michelle Bendy Stitchy, she said she was laughing because I called mine a screaming rotation. Yeah. And she says she calls hers Feed the Stitchy Bug. I like that. And I think she's even made a hashtag for it on Instagram.
Oh my goodness.
So all of you people who Instagram, go out there and do. You can search by hashtags now. So search hashtag Feed the Stitchy Bug. And since I said Instagram, I am on Instagram as Pattern Queen 3, I believe. And Nancy just joined the Instagram nation.
I'm trying to get this figured out.
So?
And I am under The Addicted Sisters.
And it is The Addicted Sisters.
Yeah.
So, because I think there was somebody else out there already.
Yes.
And Michelle, I wanted to tell you that I have a funny story about choosing rotation pieces. I have a friend that I stitched with for a long time, and she said when she was ready to start a new project, she would gather the ones that she was thinking about. She would go stand at the top of her staircase and she would throw them down the stairs.
What?
And whichever one went the furthest, that's the one she stitched.
Oh my God.
So be creative with your choosing. And the other one, okay, while we're on that, Teresa, Kitten Stitcher again, gives herself bonus starts. Have you watched her to see that?
I don't remember that. I've watched her, but...
So she has a jar or a dish or something where she has written on slips of paper, choose a monochromatic pattern, choose a historical sampler, choose, whatever she's written in there. So there are things that appeal to her. Mm-hmm. It directs her how to go dig through her stash to choose a chart.
Right. I thought that was a clever idea.
I did too, and it's kind of fun. And if you watch her, she gets really excited when she gets to go do that. So it's fun to watch her draw them. So
the little things that excite us, I'm telling you.
Ivy House Crafter wants to know, Nancy, what do you use to stuff your smalls?
I use... She's laughing already. Lizard litter or bungee litter, which is really, they're both the same. It's crushed up English walnut hulls. Mm-hmm. I use those for the majority of mine. My little Lammy, because I wanted him all soft and squishy, I filled him with batting.
And sometimes I put some of the lizard litter and then some batting in there too, and it just gives it a little squish, and it's not, it depends on the size of the piece for
I
me
like the
too.
feel of the
Nancy
weight and the feel
has
of
some
that.
heavy
I like that.
pieces.
But we're laughing about lizard litter because I got all see, I can't even do it now. I got all tongue-tied in one of our early videos about it. So
It was pretty
go back and
funny.
watch that if you haven't.
Julie, the Gulf Coast Stitcher, said she misses us when it's been a few days.
That's sweet.
That is sweet. And she's so happy to be an honorary Stitcher.
Sister.
An honorary... Oh, and I wrote the wrong thing. She's happy to be an honorary sister. Yes. And lovely Julie also told me she ordered an Under the Sea Kindle book sleeve from me from my new Etsy shop. And thank you so much, Julie.
Nice.
And Michelle has ordered one from me too.
Oh,
so,
cool.
which leads me to tell you that if you are interested in buying things from my shop, and again, that's, I think the sleeves I have today aren't actually out. So I don't know that I can show. Well, I can show this one. I get to keep this one now because when my daughter was doing packaging, we're using wax melt and a stamp, and she dripped a little in the middle of this one. But this one is called Unicorn Garden. You can see it's right there.
I think that's so pretty.
So here it is without the oops. And this fabric was just so fun. And inside, people are losing their minds over the fact that we have pretty insides and asking us if they can design their own. If we would just put our fabric choices out and let them do it. I don't know that we'll do that. But anyway, I have a code and I will put it at the end. But my code is Mamma Mia, all one word.
Oh, fun.
MAMAMIA, all one word. And that will get you 15% off today, Saturday the 28th, through, it's 2 weeks, and it ends on Friday I think it's the 11th.
That's a long time.
Yep, 2 weeks. So,
move over. You look like you're out of the frame.
Well, I think maybe it would be easier if we just did that.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay. I felt like I was hogging the screen.
Well,
Hey.
I talk more, so you can have more of the
so I
screen.
get more screen.
There you go. Now I feel it. Did I get it too far?
No, I think it's fine.
Okay. But yeah, Julie, thank you. That was really sweet.
Yes.
Then, Licks, I'm writing so well. Ellen Chester, who is the designer for... She's gone now. It'll be a couple minutes. Because I was trying to write likes and I wrote... Oh, neither of us will be able to talk. Woo! Maybe that. Okay, here we go. Deep breathing. Everybody ready? In.
Always going the wrong way.
Always. Breathe in. And out. We will be dissolved in laughs for a while here. And we will not edit this because we don't edit these out, really. Okay, so anyway, Ellen likes my blue fabric. And that makes me really happy.
I'm glad because I thought that blue looked lovely. And I thought it was really going to be pretty. Gorgeous.
I just was worried about the integrity of the piece. And,
I know what you're saying.
And so I like that she's invested in that. And Ellen is so cute. She wrote, I almost dropped my needle when you said my name.
That was cute.
What did you say about being at work?
I was at work and I read that and I kind of laughed out loud. The girl on the cube behind me's, what are you laughing at?
But Ellen has some lovely designs out there.
They're
with
gorgeous.
my needle.
Very pretty stuff.
And we might get a chance to meet her this summer.
Yes, that would be exciting.
So
I would like that.
We are hoping to set that up. Then we had Bernice Signer. Okay, we have greatly offended Bernice.
Yeah, and we are so sorry. We did not mean to do that in any way, shape, or form.
And she said she loves us. So So
which is good.
That's good. But she thought that we were denigrating the Ada users. And that was not our intent at all. I think if you watch our earlier videos, I tell you very plainly that I am a linen snob.
Multiple times, too.
Yes. And I mean, I almost always stitch on linen. About the only change that I have is that periodically I will get a wild hair and stitch on Tula. Mm-hmm. And, you know, that's even smaller.
I do even weaves. Mm-hmm. So if she gets Lugana or whatever, I got this for you.
There's nothing wrong with any fabric as long as it's what you like to stitch. Mm-hmm. And for me, that's just where I am. My problem with the Ada was when we were laughing about the damn chickens.
Yeah.
Because I kept having to poke in the middle of the square, and there were so many fractional stitches on that one that I can remember I couldn't stitch for days because my fingers would be so sore trying to get it in the middle of the square.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think I resorted, it was long enough ago that I didn't have a soft thimble.
Oh.
So I couldn't use like one of those real nice little leather thimbles to push through.
Yeah.
No, all I had was that metal thing, and I had to try and get it on there, you know, and the way that, because I stitch in hand, when I would poke it through, first I would be pushing with that, then I would stab myself on the other side. So there's more of that story about those chickens. So, you know, hang in there with us.
Oh, my goodness.
But no, if you're an Ada only stitcher, my mother-in-law is the one who encouraged me to cross stitch. Mm-hmm. And she is still an Ada only stitcher. And she's been stitching way longer than I have.
Right.
And she said she tried linen at one time. She tried black fabric one time, and this kills me. The black fabric was too dark for her. She couldn't see it, so she threw the piece away that she had already started.
Oh.
I'm like, just give it to me. I'll figure it out. I have friends.
Yeah. But, you know, yeah, again, the fabric is your own personal choice.
And it was never our intent to say that there was anything wrong with any fabric that you use. You know, I've seen people stitch on all sorts of unusual things.
Well, Michelle is stitching on something right now that she doesn't even know what it is.
Oh, is that the one she got from one of the shops?
Yeah, yeah.
One of the
it's
thrift
all
stores.
Folded. Yeah, and she didn't have any idea, but she's using it and it's working. Mm-hmm. So, you know, that's what we used to do years ago. Hundreds of years ago. We didn't know what
I did embroidery on tea towels to learn. So, yeah.
Anyway.
But
I didn't mean to offend you.
What makes you happy and what you're comfortable with. Right. Absolutely. It's just like me and my petite needles. I can't use those bigger needles. And you'll hear me say things like, those needles are just like a big log in my hand when I have to use them.
And I know my hands are smaller than hers, but I can't get them around that itty bitty needle.
And I just love that little thing.
Wow.
So. And the funny thing is that I have such awful arthritis already, and I'm the one who uses those tiny needles. The next one was Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World. She commented on my mania. Look at Nancy's face. She commented on my mania plans, and she said, "Oh, good list. I was planning to start 31." And then she said she was challenged. I think it's Gigi in Stitches.
I think that sounds right, yeah.
She was challenged to start
50
projects. 50.
What the heck?
Woo! That would be a bunch. And I will be looking forward to see if you do that.
Yeah.
And some of you have said, "Oh, I'm not brave enough for Mania. Oh, I'm not, I just can't do that. That's so overwhelming." You and I talked about it, and you were thinking maybe you would do your own. No, your own modified version.
No, not me. Mm-mm.
We talked about doing.
No, you keep wanting me to do that, and I'm like, no, I'm not.
She will do it because it's monogamous, May.
Oh, I'll just
So.
stitch whatever the heck I want.
But if you are on the Stitch Mania boards, if you go in and look, people talk about that they're either going to have a certain number of new starts, or if they're people, we have a friend who stitches those great, huge pieces. And a lot of people who stitch those are saying they're going to start a new page, or they're going to focus on a specific page on one of them and see if they can get it done during Mania. And people do what they call monogamous May. They choose one focus piece and they see if they can start on May 1st and finish by the end of the month. So,
see, for me, when I start putting all those rules and parameters around it, it takes all the fun out of stitching for me.
Oh.
And I don't want to touch it at all then.
See, I don't look at it as rules and parameters. I look at it as a challenge.
Yeah.
And that's where I am. I'm that, I'm that little cheerleader, that person who is going to be there with you, cheering you along and doing that. So anyway, if you feel like you want to participate in something and just be doing something that everybody else is, or, if that's how you're feeling, then do it.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And
I'll
it Mania.
I'll be interested in seeing what everybody does.
Nancy's Mania is do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I McCleary ask about our Instagram. We just talked about that.
We just told that.
So we will post. I'm really bad about including those links on our videos, and I will try and go back and put that on this time when I get there. Then the last one. Oh, I wanted to talk about this. We showed the blue flower from the work basket.
Oh, I have it right here.
And
oh, wait a minute! I got two magnets stuck together.
And Diane Stitching Posies included a link for this free pattern.
Piece.
Diane, thank you so much, because I went back and looked, and all of those freebies are out there from the work basket. She has the hedgehog freebie out there. Goodness. And I think she has your penguin too.
Oh, thanks.
Your Quaker penguin that you did.
Yeah, I did.
So it was really cute. But
it was a very cute pattern. Very cute pattern.
And what Nancy used to finish it was like even cuter. So,
which I don't have it. It was a gift. So
yeah, so it's gone.
Away,
but anyway, so that's all of our questions and comments.
That was a bunch today.
That was a lot. I also happened to get an email this week from the Silver Needle reminding me that they are going to do their May daily treats. And, oh my goodness. I was trying to think who did this. It's, the Sisters in Texas.
Oh, I don't know them.
It's not Stitching Social, because those are the Canadians. I can't think what, that's terrible. I can't think what their name is. But anyway, May daily treats are every day in May. They come out with a different special. And it may be like stock that they had extra.
Oh.
It
That'd
may
be fun to watch.
Yeah, and so you can buy things at a really, really seriously discounted rate.
Mm-hmm.
Stitching Social.
That's Canada.
That's who I just said, isn't it? I just keep saying, girls, I really enjoy you.
Yes.
So I just keep saying you, that's me. I just keep saying it over and over.
Well, while she's looking, I wanted to show you. I think this is happening in all Hallmark stores across the country. I don't really know for sure, but you might check it out. Every Friday from April 20th, which was last week, through the end of July, they are letting you take one of their Just Because cards free. You go in and choose from the kiosk which one you want. Well, I couldn't stand it, and I'm sure this is what they're hoping. I got 4.
Whoa.
4. So I got a lot of blank cards, but I just thought they were so cute. Just a little high for me. Isn't that sweet? just because you're you. And then all this one is cute. This little fox driving the bicycle. Thanks, thanks, thanks. I just can't thank you enough. So anyway, not to give Hallmark a plug, but I thought that was a really good deal. This these cards are a brand new designer, so they're trying to get them, help them out a little bit and get them some business.
And, you know, we can give Hallmark a plug. They're a Kansas City company.
That's true. All right.
It's where my father-in-law retired from. He worked years there. Okay, so this will make you laugh now, as if I haven't made you laugh enough already this video. They're called Sister Stitchers.
We would never think of that.
And when they started, what was interesting is that they were in two different places.
Oh,
so they filmed part of the time.
Them.
Only saw one of them at a time.
Cool.
But, yeah, I had to go in and look at my subscriptions. I'm such a goof. Whew. Okay, so we are up to, but anyway, check out the Silver Needle. There were great deals. If you watch Sister Stitcher's videos, she will show what she got. And I think there were grab bags that you could buy for like $10. And she got all sorts of stuff, $10 or $20.
Wow.
And she got all sorts of stuff in them for these May Daily specials, May Daily treats. So that's that.
Okay.
Okay, next, finishes.
I have a finish.
Yes, she does.
I don't normally stitch this much, so this is really fun for me.
You all are really good for her.
So, you know, I showed you this pattern. This is the one that I chose to work on this week.
And a lot of you commented and you really wanted her to stitch Wilhelmina.
But this guy was just speaking to me, so I did him. And I finished him up yesterday at lunch.
Ooh, look how pretty he shows.
Isn't he cute?
And that little green fabric, that's so cute.
So I really liked it. And I'm going to have to say, I don't know what this needle is that they gave me in Wichita.
Oh, those are the new ones. Is it Pat Carson needles?
Okay. I love this needle. I'm going to have to buy some.
It's smooth, huh?
It's very smooth. It's like working with silk.
Well, hopefully she will come out with it in petites, and then I can play too.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, I love that. Love that.
So we loved all your comments about which one Nancy should stitch. And
yeah,
our friend Deanna voted for something different. She voted for the work basket.
Well, that's kind of Deanna.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay, so I did not have a finish this week. I thought I would get through Quaker Sampler, and this is where I'm going to tell you all the stuff I alluded to at the beginning. We ended up, our pre-sale on our Etsy shop for the book sleeves ended on Saturday night, on Sunday night at midnight. People were ordering to the last minute.
Oh my gosh.
We ended up with just so many orders, and it was wonderful. I mean, it's a fabulous problem to have.
Yes.
However,
absolutely.
Also at the same time, we had taken our sewing machines in to be repaired or to be cleaned, and they did not come back in the amount of time that we thought they would.
No.
And so I did not have a sewing machine through the entire pre-sale. And I ended up buying a new sewing machine because Nancy so graciously called for me and found out that we weren't getting our machines back anytime soon.
At least another week, yeah. And then they called me and said, oh, yours is so old that, you know, it's got this little plastic part that is cracked in 3 places.
And they don't get it. Yeah, that's...
And they don't replace that.
And it's our mom's machine.
Yeah. So I just brought it home. I thought, you know, I'll leave it for my spare.
There you go. And, you know, you can't... I mean, I now have 3 sewing machines sitting at home. So
I'm calling you Vanna Jr.
But I ended up buying another sewing machine, and I really like it. There are things on the one that I had in the shop that I prefer, but there are so many more that I prefer on this newer one.
Yeah,
so.
It's always like that. There's always something on each one that you really, really like.
But so this entire week, I've been up. Even last night, I was up somewhere between 2 and 3 a.m. every night. And I went to work the next day and dealt with kids all day. elementary kids.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, Laura is one of those people that's up early.
Yeah.
I'm up later. It's still early to me, but it's later for her. She texted me at what time was it? 10:30 this morning.
Yeah.
I'm finally up. Wow.
I had been awake at 7:30 because I didn't go to bed until I think like 2:30 or 2:45. And I woke up at 7:30 and I thought, no, it's too early. I'm still tired. I think I can do it.
Yeah.
And I went back to bed, and the next time I cracked my eye open, it was after 10. So
that's funny.
But anyway, the point of all this is that I didn't have a life this week. My life was making book sleeves, which I'm happy to do. Mm-hmm. It's great, and I'm really happy that it went over so well and that we're having such a good time with it. But yeah, no finishes.
No spare time.
So, and I think I told you guys too, I have great stitching mojo in January and in February. I'm really, really stitching then. And it always seems about this time of year that I slack off some. And this year, I mean, I left my summer job that I've had for 11 years, my summer job.
That was full time, to say the least.
Yeah. So it started out as, I think it was 7 months, 8 months out of the year. And then they changed some things last year and I never even got to terminate. Normally I terminated every year and started again in a couple of months.
Let me tell you, that really bit into our time. I didn't appreciate it at all.
She did not like every Saturday being tied up with us.
No.
But so no finishes for me. So previous finishes. This one is from 1998, and my sister-in-law, Karen, stitched this for me, and she just wrote, "Happy birthday, Laura, 798. Love, Karen." I cannot tell you the name of this or anything else, but this is so sweet, and she chose this beautiful little frame. I just love this thing. It's so pretty, and of course, we all know I love bunnies.
Now, if any of you out there know this design or have this design, I would love it.
And for the longest time, I thought the bunny wasn't stitched because it's so closely matches. Close. Okay, and look, guys, this is on Ada.
Yeah, it's really gorgeous.
It's almost all full stitches, and that helps. But that bunny is stitched just in kind of a creamy, an ecru maybe. But it is such a sweet little piece, and I love all those flowers. And sometimes I feel like it's Find the Bunny.
Yeah, it's kind of an abstract almost. I love that
Such a pretty one.
Love that one.
And then I was looking up the name of my other one, and what I found out is that I finished this exactly the way that they did.
Oh.
This is the hardware they use.
Huh.
This one is called Garden Recipe from the Drawn Thread. And my mother-in-law, Doris Landis, finished this one for me. So I just loved, let's see. I just loved this bell pull hardware. And, I mean, it's beautiful at the top. That's just a little loop at the top. That's what I hang it on, and all those little hearts. And then, the bottom. And then I'll bring it closer for this.
Get close for that.
So it's really a sweet, sweet design, and it's moving around on me. Look at all that. Wild rose and flax, the columbine, a fragrant honeysuckle vine, a touch of mint, a bit of thyme, make a garden sweet and fine.
That's beautiful.
I can't tell you when I finished this. And there was a shop out by us that sold off bags of like what I would call premium fabrics. So this is like a silk or a moire,
I think.
And I don't think it'll focus on that. But it's just like the same color as the fabric on the front, and it was so pretty, and I thought, I was going to do that.
Well, I have to say the Drawn Thread They do such
yeah.
beautiful patterns.
Mm-hmm. And this one had those really pretty little hearts on the bottom.
All the beading. And
so this is at the time when these little hearts were really, really popular, and other items, but these little stones were really popular. So
very pretty. Oops, we're getting
low battery. So you have a previous finish?
Oh, yes.
I'm going to tap this.
Okay.
Because otherwise it'll bother us.
You put it up the right way. This is a gift from Laura. And it is New Wings B by Butternut Road. So it's an alphabet. This is one funny story with this. You have to tell it. This is the one from the bathroom.
I'm like, I don't remember this. Okay, so when we went to Wakarusa, what was it? Rainbow on the Prairie was the name of her shop. Loved it. I had wisdom tooth removed, 2 of them removed, and Nancy was not stitching them, but agreed to take me out to the shop.
Yeah, I was like,
on the shop hop.
I'll go.
She took me all over the place. And Wakarusa is quite a ways from us.
Way, yeah.
And there was construction, so we couldn't follow the directions we had. So we had called the lady.
And it was before GPS.
Yes. And we had called the lady multiple times and finally made it there. And, you know, I raced in and had to go to the restroom and came back out. And because I'm still in that kind of, you know, from the wisdom teeth, I announced, Nancy, you have got to go to the bathroom. And Nancy's like, okay. And I said, you gotta go. Well, this place, Rainbow in the Prairie, was in a house.
Oh, it was hilarious. And the ladies were just laughing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh my God. Okay, I'll go to the bathroom.
So she went to the bathroom and she found something.
This was on the walls. The entire wall in the bathroom, all of them were covered with beautiful cross-stitch patterns.
As was every other room in the house.
Yeah.
And she was a smart shop owner. People would take things out and show her what they had finished, and she would talk them into leaving their stuff there to be shop models. I think Debbie Dewey's Lady of the Flag was out there for a while.
For quite a while. So I had that one that I really love. It was beautiful. Beautiful finish. And then this one, I couldn't find it this morning. I'm sure it is by Little House Needleworks, and that it's called 4 Seasons, because we've got spring, summer, fall, and winter. Something's going on downstairs. And, you know, a lot of people have stitched it, but I just love it. I think it's really cute. Mm-hmm. Really cute.
Really pretty.
I just love the little birds tweeting. Do you see that tweet in the center?
Okay, so moving along, since we are on low battery here.
Yes.
Next comes our stash.
Okay.
Well, Nancy and I went and shopped a little afterwards, but we just went to Michael's. So here's my stash. Woo! This really pretty pink one is for my Satsuma Street bunny that you saw last week. So that's my stash.
So I got these for our stitch along. I had all of those left to get. And then, I don't know if you can see them in here, but I got the blues for the blue flower.
Ah, cool.
So, and then Laura, I got a new needle minder.
Oh, look at the sheepy.
Cute. So cute.
Okay, sorry.
And then I got something. I was on Facebook, and Diane Williams.
I think I have that.
Oh, well, it's a freebie. Diane Williams put it out this week and said everybody could have it. So I printed one for you. And it's called Sweet Little Berries. So if you go to the Little House page,
so sweet.
Then
Thank you.
You're welcome. Then you can get it. And I can show you this side.
You know what? Maybe it just looks like one of the other cute little ones that I have.
But it's got
It's from 2003.
Yeah, it's a little older. It says, deep in the field, under bright sunny skies, grow sweet little berries for jellies and pies. So I just thought it was cute. It would be fun.
And I love to do her patterns.
Yeah, they're cute.
So, Okay, next up, we wanted to talk about our Rosewood Manor Stitch Along. It's 2 B's and ABCs, and we're starting on May 8th during Mania. And Helen Fiore commented last week on our video that she is planning to stitch along with us. She's going to stitch another smaller Rosewood Manor that she got at a stitching retreat.
Yeah, she said this one kind of intimidated her, so she wanted to go a little smaller.
She felt like this was more manageable. And I love that she's choosing the same designer, even if you don't choose the same designer.
Right.
If you choose a focus piece during our stitch along, that would be fun, and we can show progress. And you know what? We would love to see pictures of your progress. So attach them on there. Nancy and I love to look at pictures.
Yes,
so
we do.
Go right ahead. Then we are ready. Woohoo! Do you have the pattern?
No. It's right here.
Oh, I love my sister. So this again is that black chicken bird that we just all love. And remember, this is the one inspired by Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. It's Magic Garden sampler from Shakespeare's Peddler. And Teresa, I really hope you do some more things like this. We had some of those comments. So let's see who we get.
How many did we have? Do you remember?
I counted. It was like 34 or something like that.
A lot of you like this.
And this person wins. Ready?
Lisa Clark.
Who's a Flosstuber because she's on my list. Lisa Clark, you will be getting this black chicken bird sent out to you.
Stitch for your very own.
And remember, all of the rest of you that are in there, if you are interested in stitching this, it's absolutely still available, and you can purchase it on Hoffman's or Yarn Tree, or absolutely from Jen's Stitching Niche. So Jen, I hope you get a lot of orders this week because man, did I love stitching this one. It was so fun. So
very good.
And then we have a new drawing. You want to talk about it?
Oh, well, we all know that you love Nancy Turner. And
for our retreat this year,
Victorian Motto Sampler Shop is the name of her shop. And for our retreat, she so very graciously donated 1 pattern apiece plus flosses for each one of our attendees. How nice was that? So I talked to her this morning, and she said, I have this one extra. We can give it away. So this is what it is. Friendship's Love. Isn't that? I should take it out of the package.
Yeah,
it's
go
hard
ahead.
to see.
Maybe you can read the verse when you get it out there.
Oh, I was trying to pick up the picture, not the paper. Okay, here it is. Isn't that pretty? All those pretty flowers.
That border is really a stunner.
Yeah, and it says, God gives the gift, a gift between 2 hearts, that time and grief cannot bend. Friendship's love and caring ways, a bond of love without end. So, we'd like to give this away.
So, you know what? You guys were so creative with your responses about needing magic, and that brought joy to my day every day.
Yeah.
So this week I would just love for you to tell us that something about love and friendship. So,
and I wanted to show you real quick the colors.
Man.
Aren't they pretty? She's got all the DMC equivalents marked here so you know what they are too.
And it would be beautiful. Nancy has a linen that she dyes that has just a hint of pink in it.
Nancy Turner, not me.
Yes. That has just a hint. Well, I think you have it too. Because I do.
I probably do, yes.
But anyway, Nancy Turner dyes a piece of fabric that has just a hint of pink in it. And it would be stunning.
It would be very pretty on that.
So, and her linen is so, so nice. So I'm going to tap the screen one more time.
We're going to get
the
through
low
this.
battery. We are almost there. Current plans. I'm going to work on my Quaker, what is it? Quaker Garden.
Quaker Garden.
And I have another little one that I may work on before Mania. So
guess what I'm going to work on?
What? Wilhelmina by popular demand.
Yeah, I've got this really pale pink that I'm going to put it on. So I think it's going to be really pretty. But that's what I'm working on.
So fun.
We'll see how far I get with it this week.
So those are our current plans, our current projects.
Yep.
We do have coming up for you Kansas City area people on June 9th.
Yes.
We are having another Kansas City Stitching Day. And our friend Debbie Williams has agreed to host at her house. So if you are planning to come to that, we will be asking you to contact us just so that we can let her know.
Yeah, since it's in her home, we want to make sure we have enough space and she's not overwhelmed.
Yeah, she's agreed to provide hamburgers and hot dogs.
Yeah.
I think she's making her husband man the grill.
Yes.
And then we're going to be asking everyone to bring something with them.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just all share. And she's got some room. She said she has dining room table and the eat-in kitchen, the table in there, plus her living room. And
yeah,
she's got a lot of space. And the deck, if it's nice, who knows?
Right. We'll have fun.
We will. We'll have a good time. So, with that, she's Nancy.
And she's Laura.
And we are the Addicted Sisters.
Thank you.
And have a great, great stitchy week. Bye-bye. And then we have to dance, right?
Yep.